Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. One of this season's most eagerly awaited new musicals is American Psycho, which is based on the best-selling novel and the hit film. And I'm here on the opening night red carpet where the stars came out to celebrate. What was the best part of it for you, Duncan, with working on this?
Well, it was a really fun journey, like just getting into the electronic dance music of my teenage years and kind of excavating the things that I was excited about when I was 18, 19 years old. And I think it translates on the stage, I hope so. And it seems like people are enjoying that, so yeah.
Okay, the 80s, such a crazy time. I mean, music, clothes, food. What's the craziest thing? What's your favorite part of the 80s?
Like sneaking into nightclubs when I was underage and, you know, doing terrible, decadent things, probably like everyone else. I think, yeah.
What a gorgeous opening tonight.
I know.
How do you feel on opening night?
Well, I feel oddly relaxed. 45th has been a very lovely street to me this season. You know, we're opposite the Music Box where we did Charles III, and I feel incredibly privileged to have done a play and a musical in the same season. You know,
this is such a wonderful production. Beautiful job you've all done. Beautifully cast. Talking about working, Benjamin Walker.
Yeah, I mean, he was, you know, Ben did a reading or a workshop of it like 5 years ago, and he's just he's such an amazing leader of a company as well as being a great actor, and you know, a real joy to work with, a real joy to work with.
Okay, first I was a huge fan of the book to start with, then the film, and now the musical here.
I know, and the musical is so different from the book, so different from the film, and in a way, kind of better in some respects because it can. Theater can do stuff that movies can't and that books can't, and it can revel in a kind of theatricality and emotionality, and Benjamin Walker really creates a new Patrick Bateman.
So when was the first time you saw the musical?
I saw it, I think Saturday. I saw it with the New York Times, with a reporter from the New York Times. Yeah, and it was so distracting the first time, and then I saw it again, and then I was able to just kind of take it as a musical, as a really good musical, and I was relieved.
Yeah. You know, the 80s was such a wild time period for fashion, for food, for music. What was your favorite part of the 80s?
I can't even begin to answer that without thinking of Prince. Just what an impact he had on everyone's life, and the songs that we grew up with. Me through the 70s into the 80s and into the 90s. It was just an amazing time. He will be missed. I was really stunned by him, by his passing today. So I just want to, hopefully he's resting in peace.
Well, you know what's great about creative people? His music will live on forever.
Yeah, you know? That's true. I mean, there is a legacy that he's left behind, and one that is revered universally.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's any detractors when it comes to Prince and his abilities and his musicianship and his ability also to write songs that he didn't even record, you know, for a variety of other artists. So he was truly, truly an artist, and it'll be a loss. It's already been felt. Yeah.
So 80s was a crazy time. Best food, best clothes, best music. What was it for you guys?
Ooh, puberty. No, it was a good time. Prince. It was all about Prince. The whole decade. The whole decade was Prince, and so that.
You know, it's interesting. Bryan Cranston said the same thing. You look back at a time period, and there's an artist who defines a whole decade, and that was Prince.
He defined the whole decade. From right up through like Love Sexy and Diamonds and Pearls with the whole
Sign
decade.
of the Times. It's such a loss.
You know?
What an incredible opening. I saw the show on Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, and it is incredible. I came because Seth Greenleaf is one of the producers, and Dave Thomas Brown, one of the kids that I'm from North Carolina School of the Arts, where Terry Mann and Mary Louise Parker and Jada Pinkett Smith, tons of people are from. But Dave Thomas Brown, who is in American Psycho the musical, is making his Broadway debut tonight. So I figured I cannot miss that, because after all these years of being in New York and doing what I've done and going down every year as a board and member of the board down at North Carolina School of the Arts, I see all these kids year after year that come up like a new class every year, and they come to New York and they want to be successful and get on Broadway. And I see them every year, and some of them do and some don't. I'm one of those that graduated, and I've never been on Broadway in a Broadway show, but my hope stays alive. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It is great to see you. You look fantastic.
Listen, what have you heard about tonight?
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. I've heard, I mean, the gamut of things. I feel like everybody's been surprised, and I'm so
I've
curious.
heard about a head that falls off.
I think we might get blood on us. I don't know. And
it's really wonderful. I fell madly in love with the book first, then the film, and I fell madly in love with Ben Walker again in this. You have friends in the show, obviously.
Oh, yeah. There's some awesome ladies in the show too. I mean,
Totally.
just oh my gosh.
I can't wait. I'm really excited.
It's gonna be fun. I don't know quite what to expect.
Yeah, I know.
Not great.
Maybe like plastic to pull up.
I'm not telling you anything.
Okay.
But I'll look at you at the party and see if there's any stain splattering on you.
This shirt's gonna be messed.
What a fabulous opening night, right?
No, this is the event of the season. I'm so excited to be here as his date.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you.
Look, both of you, so handsome, stunning as always.
Thank you. I like to get dressed up and come out and support my friends.
I know you have friends in the show. Tell me who you have in the show.
Well, Jen Damiano. I was there for her Broadway debut at age 15. Theo and who else do I know in
Marcus,
the show?
the drummer, played
Marcus,
Spring Awakening with her.
And Charlie Rosen in the pit. I know quite a few. And Duncan, of course, here to support Duncan.
Isn't it great when you work on Broadway? It's like, I know the drummer, I know the dresser, I know the 3 stars.
I know the copyist.
Yep. But I mean, what have you heard about the show?
That's very bloody, which I'm really excited about, actually. And that it's sexy. I can't wait.
What did you love the most about the 80s? What was it? The food, the music, the fashion?
Well, you know, when I see this play and they talk about going to Tunnel and they talk about, I was at all of those places, and some of the songs that aren't Duncan songs were the songs that we used to dance to in the Studio 54 and Xenon and all the places that we hung out. It's so retro. I love it.
And Ron, for you?
The 80s. I had more hair. I had bigger hair.
Was it the clothes, the music?
I'd have to say some of it I don't remember, which is probably a good thing.
Opening of American Psycho. This is a beautiful night for a Broadway opening. My girlfriend is in the show, Elena York. I'm so proud of her. I mean, and I've seen the show twice, and it just gets better and better. So, I think big things for the show.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
I'm so excited! I feel like I haven't been to a Broadway opening in a while, and I think this show is going to be wonderful. I've heard great things about it, and we have Duncan, and you have Benjamin. It's going to be great.
We are. Gorgeous opening night here.
So
How excited are you to be here?
Very excited. I'm here to support Roberto Aguirre-Sicasa, who's a friend and also a writer on Looking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happy to be here.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
Oh my God, I am so excited. First of all, I'm a huge Alice Ripley fan. I know she's on stage for only a short moment, but that's enough for me to be totally freaked out and be a theater geek. So I'm happy for that, and I'm also just happy to see the story musicalized.
Very dapper tonight.
Well, I feel like it's American Psycho, so I feel like I had to be like sleek. I almost wore red pants, but then my boyfriend said not to do that.
In case you get splattered on.
Sure.
What have you heard?
What? Oh, I've already seen it.
I have too.
I think it's brilliant. Yeah. I actually think it's brilliant. It's like first of all, it's more authentic than I ever thought it would be, honest. And I also feel like it's a study of how a depressed person kind of alienates themselves from everybody else. I was so surprised by how much I liked it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Iconic film. Yeah. What was it like working on the film and shooting this film and realizing that millions of people around the world fell in love with this movie?
Well, I mean,
we had no idea.
We had no idea. And at first, I think people didn't know what to make out of it because they didn't know whether they should laugh or not at the funny bits. So people would just sit there in terror, like, how am I supposed to react? And then gradually, it really took 5 years for it to really get its big cult reputation. But I'm delighted that so many people around the world. I mean, I've been in Beirut and people talk to me about American Psycho. So.
Well, first of all, congratulations. It is opening night, a stunning night here on 45th Street. How do you feel?
I feel ecstatic to be here. When we started this, working on American Psycho, I think the last place we thought it would end up was Broadway, so to be here, it's a little surreal.
What was it like collaborating with Duncan Sheik and with Rupert Gould?
Duncan and I have been working on this for about 6 years, and I love Duncan. He is an artist with a capital A, not precious at all about stuff, and really when we needed to go in and do some hard work, he really rolled up his sleeves and did it. I love him. I'd do anything with him.
Here we are. What a glorious opening night, right?
I'm so excited for Duncan. I'm so excited for the show. I love the show, and Rupert and Roberto, everyone involved.
Had you seen it before?
Oh, yeah. I was at the London opening, and then I've been to a couple of the previews. So I can't pretend I haven't seen it.
I loved this show. I was a huge fan of the book. I was a huge fan of the film, and now of the musical. I mean, how they transformed this into a musical is really wonderful.
Yeah, it's really daring. And I think, with Duncan, he's always pushing the form another step. And so it's exciting to see where he's gone with this. It's thrilling. And not to see where he's gone. I know where he's gone. But to enjoy where he's gone. It's amazing.